How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen, and today we're stealing another recipe. And finally, after like 2 weeks, I can finally make this video because the card isn't broken anymore. So I've been wanting to do an energy manipulation video for a long time now. I think it's crazy fun to scramble up somebody's board and force them to think differently about how their energy count matters. So when my good buddy ShifuStu's posted this video about the Loyal 4, featuring Gengar EX, I was excited to give it a try. Of course, the day I built it was the day PTCG broke it, causing the energy movement aspect not to work, which is the whole reason why I wanted to try it. And you know what? While we're on that note, can I get on a soapbox for a second? Look, I'm willing to give the benefit of the doubt, right? I'm sure by this point your favorite creator has already called out the devs of the game for their incompetence, and probably posted a clickbaity video talking about how they're done with the game, and then proceeded to post another video the next day. I know that complaining about the state of the game gets clicks, but I'm not doing that today. I know that making a card game of this size where there's thousands of cards with millions of possible interactions is bound to lead to some bugs, right? It's no excuse to put out a broken update, but this is more just to say, I get it. It happens. One of the unintended consequences, though, is that when the game is broken, people aren't watching it. Every creator I talk to has talked about how rough February was for them. And I thought it was just me. I thought maybe my quality had gone down without me realizing and people were noticing. I felt very discouraged, and so did they. But the more we all talked it out, the more we realized this is a result of a bad Prismatic Evolutions launch and a bad time on PTCG Live. But when you combine it with some of the biggest creators in the space threatening to leave over the bugs, you kind of start to scare people away.
Bro, you're scaring the hoes.
But it is a consequence that smaller creators will suffer from this type of content. So the point of all this is just to say, if you like a creator, not even just me, but if you like their content, now would be a great time to toss them a sub. I've thrown a couple of links in the description to some of my new friends in the space. They're all great guys and they all make great content multiple times a week. So if you would, toss them a reason to smile today and tell them the chef sent you, I would appreciate that a lot. Alright, thanks for letting me rant. Now Gengar is a ton of fun. It has the ability Gnawing Curse, which says that if your opponent attaches energy from their hand, they have to put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. This does stack, so if we have a perfect game and can get all 4 of our Gengar EXs up, we can be doing 80 damage per energy attachment. And then for 2 Dark Energy, you can do 160 damage and move an energy off the active and put it wherever you want. Could be a Bibarel, could be a Fez, could be a Lumineon, Rotom, tons of decks play Pokemon that they don't intend to attack with. So you can just take that energy and push it somewhere else. And force them to attach more energy by hand, and then boom, before you know it, you're stacking damage counters like nobody's business. So that's pretty self-explanatory, right? But that's not all this deck can do. Gengar is just one of our options in here. This is the Loyal 4 deck, which means that we're combining it with Okidogi, Fezandipiti, Munkidori, and even Pecharunt EX. I gotta tell you, this deck is wacky, but it works. We like to go first because we are an evolution deck, but if we do have to go second, we have a great attacking option here in Okidogi. You can use Poisonous Musculature on turn 1, poison yourself and attach 2 energies, and then attack again the following turn and give yourself time to power up your Gengars in the back. This works so well, and then you've got Munkidori to take the poison damage off yourself and push it somewhere else, which helps you out and softens up some beefier targets. And then Fez is one of the best draw engines in format. Pecharunt is mostly in here so that we can hit harder with Binding Mochi plays. It makes Okidogi hit for up to 300 and Gengar hit for 200, which is very nice. We also have 1 copy of Night Gate Gengar, which can switch something at will, and also gets around things like Mimikyu who would otherwise body this deck. Even Pecharunt EX has the opportunity to hit extremely hard at the end of the game, doing 60 damage for every prize card your opponent has taken, so with all the right stuff you could be hitting for as much as 340, which does KO everything in the game right now. We have a good mix of trainers to make this all work too. We are a Precious Trolley build, so that naturally means we are running 4 Arvens. Then you've got 2 Boss and 4 of Janine's Secret Art, which will be our main energy accelerator, and probably one of the best supporters for what we're doing here. It attaches 2 energies from your deck to your Dark Pokemon, and if that Pokemon you attach to happens to be in the active, you poison it too. So for a Binding Mochi build, this works really well. For Okidogi, this works even better. And that's literally it as far as supporters go. Very simple. For items, we have a pretty good balance in here too. It's 2 Buddy-Buddy, 2 Nest Ball, and a Precious Trolley for basic search, and then 4 Ultra Ball for everything else search. We've also got 2 Night Stretchers to get some stuff back if we lose it over the course of the game. For tools, we run 3 Binding Mochi and 1 Rescue Board. Then to finish it out, it's 11 Dark Energy. Feels like a lot, but everything we use is pretty strict about its energy cost, so this does make sense. So there you go, it's a very simple list with a lot of 4 counts, so we're expecting it to be pretty consistent. So now for the matchup breakdowns, what I want to go over is the energy counts that most meta decks run, so that we can talk about how well we do against them. Let's look at the current VDIF, Dragapult. This is a core list from Limitless TCG. Obviously some people will play variations of this, but this is pretty typical. The list runs 3 Psychic and 3 Fire, which is a shockingly low count considering Dragapult needs both to function. And these are the 4 cards in their deck that they really don't want you moving energy to. So if you manage to pull off a Gengar EX play and move some Fire energy off, you could probably load it all onto that Radiant Alakazam since they'll most likely have it somewhere on the bench. You could really run them out of resources if they get unlucky and prize an energy. With this deck, it really won't take much to mess them up completely. Remember, they need both. So instead of saying they run 6 energy, it's really more like a 3 and 3. So all we really need to do here is put either one in the spot they don't want it to be in, and just focus on getting rid of one type of energy at a time. With the exception of Crispin, most of their energy attachment is done manually, so that also softens up their Dragapults for a much easier one-shot down the road if we can get set up before they can. Let's look at Gardevoir next. We've been seeing a pretty strong resurgence of Guardy recently, so this could be a problem. Right out the gate, the most important thing to note is that Guardy is weak to Dark, so we can take one-shots on it very easily even with Gengar EX. Secondly, it's important to note that Gardevoir accelerates energy from discard. This means that we need to be keeping the energy out of their discard. If we were to spread it around their board to their Kirlias, they would not be able to slap that energy onto a Drifloon or a Screamtail as effectively because they only have 7. And if they prize any or otherwise can't get it onto their discard, that could be a huge problem for them. So even if you do knock out a Pokemon with Gengar EX, I would advise still moving the energy anyway, because you do want it to stay on the board and not in the discard. This is also a great matchup for this deck. Miraidon is seeing a pretty strong comeback too. They like energy a lot. They run freaking 15 of them. But they like to stack a lot of it in one place, and they do run through it a lot. So the strategy here is to get it onto the Squawk. As long as it's there, it's out of the way and unusable to them. Miraidon is really strong because of Iron Hands, but they also have very, very expensive attacks. The cheapest one would probably be Raikou, but we can still really disrupt their game plan if they can't pull energy back into their deck because it's in a place that's completely useless to them. I would say because they play so much energy, this is less great of a matchup. We can't even really fully take advantage of Gengar's ability because a great majority of this energy comes into play from the generators, which won't trigger it. What does trigger it is anything that plays Bax Caliber, like Qianpao. If you look here, Bax attaches energy from hand, meaning if we were to have 2 Gengars up and the Qianpao wants to attach enough energy to knock us out, which would be 6 energy, it would need to take 120 damage back in order to do that. By that point, we could just come up with the other one and take it out. So while we don't really get to move that energy since Qianpao discards it, we can still really hurt them by using that ability to its best effect. Goldango is another one that could be a good matchup for us. They use a huge assortment of energies that has to be discarded from their hand to use, but the average list doesn't run that many metals, which is the only one they can use, and the only one that they can't discard. So all we really gotta do is move it onto the Greninja, and we're big chillin' pretty quickly. We're not really worried about the rest of the energies because none of those count towards their attack cost, so effectively they run 3 usable energies. Charizard also runs a pretty low count. Generally speaking, we see 6, and 3 of those get pulled off the bat as soon as they evolve. So you could just go ahead and move it onto their Pidgeot, which does mean that they can still use Blustery Wind, but I don't know about you, but I'd much rather be taking that damage from Pidgeot than whatever stacking nonsense Charizard EX can do. But you get the picture. Many decks nowadays are running very low energy counts because of the amount of energy search we have in format. So now is a great time for Gengar EX. But again, I wouldn't take my word. Let's go into the ladder and see ShifuStu's Loyal 4 in action. Alright, so we're just coming off of a win against Annihilate EX, but the opponent really couldn't get anything going, so I'm not sure if I count that. And it may or may not be in the video. In that one, I chose to go first, and we started Okidogi, which I think Okidogi does a lot better going second. So we chose to go first again, and this is more along the lines of what we're looking for. Alright, so we have a Mulligan, we got Vaporeon EX, we're looking at some kind of Eevee bucks. And if that's the case, I think I want to leave Pecharunt up there for now, because I think Flareon can do a 130 going second. So we're just gonna leave it up there and then switch it out later on. So let's go ahead and Buddy-Buddy to start with. Let's get 2 Gastlys. Attach that, and we're not gonna subject getting chains yet. Just gonna leave it like that for now. Either a Rare Candy or an Ultra Ball would be great right about now, so we can Arven for the other piece. Alright, we got Ultra Ball. He drops the Trumpet. Drops the Buddy-Buddy. Evolves into Flareon. He just needs a Sparkling Crystal and an Energy. Got an Energy. No Sparkling Crystal. Okay, hey, we got a Rare Candy. Alright, so now we're gonna Arven. Gonna grab the Ultra Ball. Precious Trolley would be nice right about now, but we don't have that luxury. So we're gonna Ultra Ball. Gonna get rid of 2 Dark Energies. Gonna grab our Gengar EX. Gonna Rare Candy that up. And then do that. Did I not grab a... Oh, I could swear I would have grabbed a Binding Mochi with that. Did I not? Okay, or whatever. We're gonna do 160. We're gonna take that energy. We're gonna put it over there. Alright, he puts down a Fez. Can't use it yet because I haven't killed anything yet. He can use it next turn. I think next turn I grab Precious Trolley off of Arven. And that's a concede. Very nice. We got set up very well that game. That Rare Candy top deck was clutch. Alrighty, welcome to Game 3 or Game 2, depending on whether or not I actually keep that first match. But we have so far beaten Annihilate EX, and we beat Flareon EX, who that was a very early concede too, so I'm definitely keeping that one at least. What's up, Vanilla Magikarp? How you doing, my guy? And that's a mulligan. Alrighty. Oh, I mulligan twice. Alright. We have a Gastly, and we have a way to get Gengar, which... we'll work with it. We'll work with it. Alright, Doduo. What are we thinking? Zoroark VSTAR? Let's drop this. Alright, we got a Rare Candy, which is kind of nice. I think I keep what I have. I don't think I do anything yet. Working at the moment. Gotcha, gotcha. Either way, I appreciate you dropping in. Testing out Stu's Loyal 4, which is Gengar EX paired up with the Loyal 3. I think it's kind of fun. Oh, we got Skovvillain. Okay, I see, I see. Probably getting some damage on the Dodrios and then damage pumping it over. Very cool, very cool. Alright, let's do that. Let's get that up. Do I Ultra Ball for anything? No. I think what I do is I boss this. And then I get rid of it. Because he's most likely trying to poison himself to get some damage on the board. Maybe should have gone for the Pidgey. There was a lot of good options there. Pidgey would have been good. Even the Capsicid would have been good. I chose to go for the Bonnet. Oh, that's not good for me. He gets to damage himself. This is actually not good. Not a very great matchup. Ballistic Beak for 100. Okay. Alright, I think I have a plan. I could Buddy-Buddy, but I think what I want to do actually is Ultra Ball. Grab me a Munkidori. Gonna drain the brain. This damage off of here. Get it onto the Pidgey so that we can start getting rid of that. And then Tricky Steps. The question is, do we keep the energy in play? Probably, because yeah, I'm willing to bet he's got a Magma Basin. So we do probably want to keep that in play. I've built Skovvillain before, so I'm assuming there's probably most likely a Magma Basin in there. Gonna boss my monkey. I don't like that. Just trying to buy some time. Gonna switch. Yeah, he's just buying time. Call for family, most likely. Two basics. What you getting? Probably more Skovvillains. Or more Kepskids, I should say. Another Brewbomb. Alrighty. Not a big deal. We can Arven. Let's go ahead and Precious Trolley. That would be a great move. Let's Rescue Board as well. Get the Rescue Board on you. Precious Trolley. Let's do Gengar, or Gastly, I should say. Pecharunt, Okidogi? Or should we just go straight Gastly now at this point? Yeah, let's just do straight Gastly. All the way. Alright. And we could Binding Mochi, or we could use Pecharunt's ability to move him up to the front. But I don't think we need to. Not again. Oh, opponent conceded. Okay, I was about to say. Alright, we got Tails. I think I do want to go first. Even though Okidogi is a great turn 1 attacker, I think we still want to go first, because there's a better chance of us getting Gastly. Did Mulligan, which is not my favorite. Got a lot of search on that first turn, though. Buddy-Buddy, Nest Ball, and 2 Ultra Balls. Okay. Yep, just 1 Mulligan, we're fine. Gastly and Pecharunt. Let me put Pecharunt in the front, because I can always push up to Gastly. It helps protect me from donk attacks, like, for example, Terapacloth does. Oh, Regidrago. Okay, well, I'm kind of glad we went first then. Alright, let's get 2 of these guys. Let's start setting up. That's fine, I'm good with that. Alright, so we very much want to get the fire energies moved to somewhere where they can't use it. So if they can attach a fire energy to the Regidrago, we just move that over to the Ogre Pawn. Or the Squawk. We can move it to the Squawk. Okay, gets the energy back in deck. Already got a Grass on the active, but that was a manual attachment, so. Alright, so Squawk ability is at that perfect 160 where we can kill it with a Gengar. With 1 shot. So this is fine, we're doing okay so far. We have a Teal Mask. Teal Dance, he's got 2 energies on the board. Usually Regidrago likes to get as much energy on the board as possible. So for a turn 1 to get 2 energy, that's not terrible. They do play Energy Switch, which is kind of a problem for what we're trying to do, because we're trying to get the energy off of the Regidragos. But this isn't too much of a problem. Alright, Crispin will add more energy. He can probably get a fire on it now. Yep, puts the grass in hand, puts the fire on the Regidrago. Makes sense to me. Okay, we'll have to see what our top deck is. Top deck is another energy. Okay, so I think we want Ultra Ball. I think we drop one of each. We drop an energy and a rare candy. And that grabs us the Gengar. Guarantees us a turn to Gengar attack. So we can just hit the Skovvillain. We'll attach. We'll use Subjugating Chains, get us up to the front. And we can take a KO on this guy. Unfortunately, no energy movement, but that's alright. Okay, take 2 prizes. That's kind of nice. Gengar EX and Ultra Ball. That's not bad. The only thing that he's been able to get rid of so far is the Executor, which means that if he were to use that off of the Apex Dragon, he can knock out my Pecharunt on the bench if he flips Tails. But let's see what he's got. Got a Teal Dance. Gnawing Curse gets 20 damage. Okay, so Gnawing Curse does also impact Teal Dance, as you can see, because it is an attachment from hand. Hey, how's it going? Everything's good here. I'm just testing out Gengar EX in a modified, what we're calling Loyal 4. So far, we are 3-0. Does he have the attack? Is he going to do the Legacy Star? He does do the Legacy Star. Gets rid of Kyurem. Now he can take back a couple of things from the discard. He can take an Energy Switch, which is probably what he's going to do. And what else can he take? Probably the other VSTAR. I didn't see. Let's see. He did take the Energy Switch. So he can attack this turn. He can probably do Kyurem, which is what I would probably recommend. So let's see what it ends up being. Yeah, it's most likely going to be the Kyurem. He's going to knock out my 2 Gastlys on the bench. Some Gastly, drops a Crispin. Gonna get more energy. Gonna get another fire energy off the bench there, or off the deck. So he can attack next turn as well if he needs to. Alright, Gengar Drago hit me for 150. Oh, did he just used Tropical Frenzy. That's fine. I'm okay with that actually. Alright. Morpeko. So I think what I want to do now is as much as I hate to Ultra Ball this stuff away, I think we need something else to go off of. What do we get? I don't really want to grab a Haunter because I feel like we're about to lose it. So let's go Okidogi. Is that the right play? Don't know. Alright, so we're gonna take that energy, take the fire, move it over to the Ogre Pond, because that's the least likely to be able to use that. Yeah, we can see a deck list. I'm actually posting this video today, so it'll be on the video. I'm just grabbing footage for that. Oh, it's a concede off of a Regidrago. We just made Regidrago concede. BDIF my ass. We did lose to Arcaludon. It was a very close match. I think I had 2 prizes left at the end there. But, we're doing this again. That was my fault entirely. We're gonna get to it again, don't worry. Alright, we got our Gastly. We have the wrong Gengar, which is kind of an issue. Okay, we have Budu. So let's get some of our stuff going early. We're not going to be able to Ultra Ball later, so let's go ahead and drop some stuff. Drop that. We're going to get our Gengar. Let's inspect. We have the Haunter already. We won't need a Rare Candy. We're not going to be able to use a Rare Candy. So at least we have that. So let's go ahead and do that. So worst case scenario, we just get Iono'd and lose that. If we have to take 3 turns to make it happen, that's fine. Alright, so the Mimikyu is kind of a problem. That's where that other Gengar would have been nice, so I think we need to get that back. We need a Night Stretcher. Alright, so the Fan Call gets some more stuff on the board, probably some EVs, yep. Got a truck going outside trying to make some deliveries. Kind of annoying, but it's alright. We'll be alright. Okay. Let's get the Okidogi down. Let's get Haunter down. Let's go ahead and Janine. We're going to hit these 2 with it. Okay. That's good to go. And then we just Dark Slumber. Hit it for 40, take the prize off of that. Whatever comes in next probably claps me though, but that's okay, we have Okidogi. Okay, I doubt he would put up the Eevee if he couldn't use it. What do we got? What do we got? Alright, another Nest Ball. He's got 5 more cards in hand. I'll be surprised if he couldn't get a way to evolve this Eevee. Alright, that can help. Concealed cards away that. Okay. That's gotta do it, right? That's gotta get you your Flareon, right? No. Iono. Okay. That actually works out, because we needed new cards. Pretty badly. Okay, he's got the Flareon. He can take out my Haunter now, which is not great. Burning Charge. He's got it. Okay. So I think we put up the Pecharunt. Can always subjugating chains it out if we need to. So let's do that. Let's do Binding Mochi. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of another Binding Mochi and the Okidogi. And we get to Fez. Fez gets us 3 more cards, which we desperately need right now. Janine, that's exactly what we needed. The problem, though, is we still don't have enough energy. Let's get those 2. Put that up. No, I meant to put that on a Gastly. Whatever. Okay, let's just sacrifice that one. Misplay City, let's go. Okay. Alright, what did he lose? He hasn't lost anything important yet. Carnelian is kind of an issue. We got a boss. He's gonna boss the Okidogi, isn't he? No, the Fez. Okay. Yeah, don't like that. But here's what we do. We come back up with Pecharunt. Precious Trolley would have been great a little while ago. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Janine again. We're going to do you and you. Could just Precious Trolley for this, I guess. Alright, subjugating chains. And now we're hitting for 300, knocking out the Flareon. Okay. We're not out of it yet. Alright, he does get a new Eevee down. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to agree with Vanilla Magikarp's assessment here that this needs more draw support. Got a lot going on in this deck. I would probably cut the Morpeko, if anything. I think the Morpeko is not needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and attach this. Let's move some stuff around. We definitely want to get rid of this guy. I'm going to go ahead and subjugating chains, something that I don't really need to worry about. Up to the active, let's get that out of the way. And then Ultra Ball, unfortunately, we still have 3 of them in the deck, so that's okay. Alright. We can get a Haunter going. And I think we just end turn there. Just gotta keep them busy. Okay, that other one is ready to go too. Is it the Vaporeon that snipes? I can't remember really. But we'll see. What are they doing with all that? Alright, so their next Flareon's ready. A little bit of a problem. Okay. Lost that one. Not ideal. Alright, Arven helps. Let's do a rescue board. Let's do a Night Stretcher. Let's Night Stretcher back. Or Gengar? Do we Night Stretcher back a Gengar or do we do Fez? I think we desperately need Fez. I feel like we desperately need Fez. Yeah, we desperately need Fez. This don't feel good, but that's what we're doing. Alright, got a Gengar anyway. That's kind of nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and push some damage over. This guy's gonna go up. Let's go ahead and rescue board this guy. Let's retreat him manually. And let's go into the Gengar. Because the Flareon can't one-shot our Gengar. So we just do that. The Mimikyu was kind of a problem. Okay, he retreats, comes up with the Flareon. Black Belt's training, that just barely missed. Oh no, it actually does kill. Oh wow. 320. What a way to lose it. Alright, so we do go first. We do go first. We've gone first every single time so far. We haven't had a chance to do the Okidogi play. Okay, this is fine. Desperately need some draw support though. Because we're going to be running out of space pretty quick. Alright, we got Lost Box. Lost Tina. Makes sense to me. Alright, let's go Gastly. Let's put you up and turn. Alright, Hisuian Heavy Ball gets him a second Comfy. Radiant Greninja. Alright, so the nice thing is that Arven can grab us our Precious Trolley. As long as it's not prized, I don't think I didn't check for it when I got the Buddy-Buddy. But, I think we Arven no matter what. Or, other option, I think we go straight for the Gengar. Spit instantly. I don't know. That was a good turn one. Alright, you got the kill. So, yeah, I think we go for the Gengar. Let's drop Boss and that. And then grab the Gengar EX. And then we use Arven to grab the other piece. And I was going to get the rescue board to get the Munkidori out, but I don't think I need to do that anymore. We'll just go Binding Mochi. We'll send you, give you your energy, and I think we can just stick the, it doesn't really matter, right, because we're not getting poisoned anytime soon, so I can just stick it on the benched one. I almost ended turn right there. Tricky steps, there's no energy to move. Do I think I'm ready for tomorrow? What's up, Bluesto? Yeah, I think so. I just built both of my decks, and I'm going to be practicing with Vanilla Magikarp tonight. But yeah, I think I'm ready. I kind of like what I put together. Alright, got some fancy cards. We got a metal, we got a water, and a grass in the discard. The metal kind of makes me think that he might have a Pikachu. Practicing on stream, maybe? No, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. With a 13 card hand, you'd think that he'd be able to put something on the board, right? He's got a lot in the Lost Zone already, though. That's wild. He is moving. Retreating into the cram. Gets 110 damage on me. That's fine. Another Gastly. Might as well stick that on there. Not a whole lot I can do, just gotta tricky steps. He's got enough to be able to Mirage Gate now. Which I'm thinking at this point, if he's got the Pikachu in there, that's probably the play. Got Colress, yeah, that should get you to 10. What all's in there? Let's see. Got 11 in there now. That's more than you need. Got a 15 card hand. So I don't think I can expect an Iota anytime soon. I don't feel like that's gonna happen. Alright, he gets the water and the grass back in. So actually I think he's going for a Greninja play. This is not great. Alright, what's the Pokestop roll? Guess a vacuum. Probably gets rid of a Binding Mochi. Not too much of an issue. He's about to deck himself out. Down to 10 cards. Gonna take out my 2 Gastlys. Feels kind of bad. Cowpet, since the Colress is back in, you're gonna really deck yourself out if that's what you're doing. Be careful. Okay. We've lost our Gastlys. Janine Secret Art could... yeah, I think we Pokestop. I don't like where we're at. Ultra Ball, okay. Ultra Ball can get us Fez. Maybe bail us out of our terrible situation we're in. Alright, got a Pecharunt. Got one of these. Got one of these. Yeah, that's good. 160. Put that over there. Most boxes are notorious for getting really close to deck out. I guess so. I mean, one Iono puts all of that back into the deck, so makes sense. Chorus. Yeah, you're throwing even more stuff in the Lost Zone. We've already got 10. Surprised he hasn't played any Tinas yet. No Tinas, no Pikachus. Where's all your stuff? Alright, Prime Catcher isn't great to see. There you go. All items. Good job. Flower selecting. Oh, geez. Alright, down to one card left. Yeah, Xerosic might see more play nowadays. Yeah, I can definitely see that. There's your Pikachu. Alright, if he attaches, I can kill it. He does attach. Let's go. Okay, that's perfect, because now that Resolute Heart doesn't matter anymore. He will knock my Gengar, but that's okay. Topaz Bolt. Yep, he goes down. Very unfortunate. But we can come up with the Pecharunt, and hoping for a very good Fez. Hopefully we can grab another energy. Alright, let's increase our chances, right? Let's do that. Alright, come on, Fez. Okay, Arven doesn't get us an energy, I don't think. Arven could get us a Night Stretcher, though. Okay. Yep, Night Stretcher. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and get that back. Let's grab it from you. Is there anything else that I do in the meantime? I don't think so. I don't think we Pokestop, but Irritated Outburst for 300 knocks out the Pikachu, puts us right back in it. If they can't power something up this turn, it's over. What's the play? Blood Moon Ursaluna will do it. Yep. GG. I'm still going to keep it though, because that 20 damage on the Pikachu was actually kind of clutch. It actually kept us in it. Tragic. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so that was a pretty good sample size, even though we had some quick ones in there. There was one match against an Arcaludon that I did lose by a prize, but I had to cut it short because I got called into a meeting right in the middle of my stream. Can you believe the gall of these people? Anyway, I think the deck works pretty great. The only feedback I would give is that I think we can cut out maybe 2 energy in favor of some more draw support. Maybe 2 Ionos would do just fine in here. I also feel like the Morpeko wasn't very useful in here. And the Nightgate Gengar is super situational. I think we do keep that one just in the event of Mimikyu, but I feel like given the choice between evolving into the Gengar EX or the single prizer, I'm going to do the EX every time unless I see specifically the Mimikyu. I would probably also drop one Pecharunt and add in a switch in its place, because Pecharunt is very good for guaranteeing we get poison, but otherwise I really only like it for its endgame plays. Personally, I would lean further into the energy disruption aspect of this build, give more consistent ways of getting multiple Gengars going, and reduce our reliance on Binding Mochis and instead go with some handheld fans, which does what Gengar does but when they hit you back. Eventually I would like to make my own Gengar EX build, but I really like what Stu did with this one. So if you haven't already, go ahead and give him a sub. He builds wacky and fun decks and is all around an absolute pleasure to talk to. He loves the game and he knows so much about so many cards and has been crushing it since he started creating content. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. If you would give me a sub too while we're spreading the love, I would appreciate that too. Coming up, I got one last hurrah for my favorite VSTAR leaving us, Lilligant VSTAR. I hope you'll stay tuned for that one. I'll see you next time.